want to be the authentic blogger. I want to tell the truth about myself, about others, about places. I don't like creating this, fakeness.
Speaking of hate comments, do you get any?
Oh yeah, recently more and more. But I laugh at them. I don't know, I find it funny. That people throw hate, again, both online and offline. It has to do a lot with their own insecurities and their own thinking.
Having said that, I'm never going to invite a guy for a date first.
That is another topic. Exactly.
I'm sorry,
I don't like that either.
Okay,
I don't.
as a woman,
doesn't feel nice to me.
For a man to give you 100%, he needs to be obsessed with you.
Yeah.
A woman, even if she doesn't love you as much, will give you 100%.
Yeah, hookup culture, also not for me. I understand people have their needs and people want validation, and it's understandable. But from either of the sides, I don't find it attractive. You have to understand who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what are your boundaries. Once you know that you are more complete and you can be selective with who is going to be a good match for you, who's
and
not.
it extends to friendships and family relationships as well.
Everything.
All aspects of life, even work relationships, everything. So we're back in the studio again, but opposite me, you might be a little bit confused. You do not see Olivia. It's my turn this week to have a guest on the episode. So you may have heard her voice last time. You were in the studio.
I was as a
guest,
there,
kind of like watching in the background. But now you're officially in the chair.
I know.
Margaret.
Hi.
So on Instagram, you're Margarita Orlova.
Yes.
You are Margaret. Margaret approves.
Yeah, people know me online as Margaret approves.
Or Pantofla.
Or Pantofla. It's either of those, exactly. Yes, so should I introduce myself?
Yes, please.
So, okay. I actually, for the past few months, I feel like I've been having a bit of an identity crisis. I don't know how to define myself. I think so, right?
Is there something going on in the universe?
A lot of people, right?
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, I think in short, I am a content creator.
Okay.
Businesswoman. And a yoga teacher.
Oh, very nice.
Yes.
The yoga teacher is recent.
It is as of recent, yes. I became certified and I decided to spread my knowledge to people.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I did yoga when I was 12.
Okay.
So it didn't work out for me. Maybe the age was a factor because I was too young.
Yeah.
I mean, now if you put me into Shavasana, I'm going to be like, Back then you would put me into Shavasana and I would like pick on my stuff. I could not. I would look around. I would be like, okay, can I leave earlier? Can I sneak out while they're doing Shavasana? What is this 10-minute dead body situation?
A lot of people don't feel comfortable, being alone with their thoughts.
It's very hard to switch off.
It is. But that's what we're learning.
Yeah, I actually recently went for a massage and he turned around and he was like, are you okay?
Oh no.
I was like, actually, I'm not. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, did you manage to switch off? I'm like, yeah. He was like, what were you thinking about? Because I could feel your energy all over the place, scattered. Like, I really felt like you were spiraling.
Right.
I was like, well, I wasn't really spiraling. That's my natural state.
Well, you have a really strong energy, to be honest with you.
Yeah, and I think
I can feel it across the room if I see you there.
Yeah, but also lately I think we're all like a little bit overthinking, trying to figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And if you don't have the skills that maybe you train yourself to learn, it's hard to switch off.
It is.
Especially as a woman.
But it's very necessary.
Yes.
But you do Pilates though.
I do. I'm a Pilates girly. Nice. I'm a Pilates wife with no husband.
We're looking. We're searching. We're in progress.
Without any progress.
Pretty much.
It's actually, before we get into all of that, I discovered you on TikTok.
Right. And I think that's how we connected. I discovered you on TikTok as well. Yeah.
Very similar friendship to mine with Olivia's.
Right.
Online friends.
Yeah.
I remember the first video of you I saw was you as a foreigner learning Cypriot words.
Oh, yeah. These videos tend to go pretty well. I'm not too happy about them because that's not exactly what I want to be known for. But yes, pantofla, pitirida, all of this comes from there.
And it was very interesting, like the way you were learning Greek in.
Yeah, I still do that, by the way.
Yeah?
I still cannot speak for nothing. Greek? But I know these random words.
Yeah, but you're also, you moved here 3 years ago.
That's right, yeah.
And you're one of those expats, I'm an expat too, that really tries to go the extra mile, learn the language, learn the culture.
Yes.
Honestly, you know more places in Cyprus and more about Cyprus than a lot of Cypriots do, sorry to say.
That's true though. I know. And I do recognize this. That's how it started for me.
Yeah.
Because I know that it's not only expats, it's also locals that don't know the cool spots, places to go. So I found it as an opportunity. Why not try to dig in, search for them, and then I show them.
Yeah.
So that became that's my enthusiasm. Like, I love
That's
that.
the main content you like creating.
Exactly. Yeah.
And you're an explorer. You like exploring.
Yes.
And you like to stay active. You're on the go 24/7.
All the time. I feel like I'm lacking sleep at this point. I'm always
am
somewhere.
Aren't we all?
I know.
But I mean, we'll sleep later in life. It's
I will
fine.
sleep when I'm dead, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't want to
that's
say
my
the
motto.
word dead, but
yeah, pretty much.
I was thinking
I have
that in
life
my
to
head.
live.
We do. And if we don't do these things now, I mean, you're even younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
You're quite young. So if you don't do it now, when are you going to do it?
Right? If not now, then when? That's the point.
Yeah. So now you do social media full time.
Yes, that's right.
Do you like it?
It's a love-hate relationship. I think you know that as well.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I love it. Otherwise, you have to really, really love it to do it. Otherwise, you can't stay here for a long time. But it can be tough. It's really time-consuming.
Yeah, people don't realize how much time and effort goes into that little video that they see for
That's right. People see
minute.
the end result.
Yeah.
And people see the glam, the final, packed present, everything, like it's there. But people never think about what it took to get to that level, to get to that video, to get to that polished image. It's work. It's research,
and not just the research, the amount of it's not something everyone knows how to do. It takes learning some new skills and learning how to edit videos and learning how to film. And it's not, you also invest time into learning how to do these things.
You do, but actually, personally, in my experience, and I believe that's my belief for everything, I learn on the go. I never took any sat down to do content creation courses. It doesn't exist.
Me neither.
You learn on the go.
But
just one day you decide to do it and then you figure it out on the way.
But it does take trial and error.
Oh yeah, of course it does. And you have to have a lot of confidence. That's a big thing for social media. You have to have a lot of confidence to admit to yourself that, if something didn't go well, I'm not going to sit down here and overthink and never do that again. I'll try again and again and again until it works.
Actually, I saw online someone discussing Alex Earl, who is very big on social media right now. She is the it girl.
Yes.
And 2 points were made about her. One video I saw recently and it was guys, Alex Earl was making videos every single day for 2 years before she blew up.
Exactly.
And people just think, oh, this girl made this video and she's... No, it took 2 years of no benefits, not a job, not an income, not a known person. And then boom, she exploded.
Yeah.
And she got, I don't like saying she got lucky, even though she did get lucky in that moment she exploded. She also put in a lot of work. And then people are like, oh, she's famous because she's blonde and lives this life and pretty and attractive and nice body and nice whatever. No, she had a strategy. She posted 3 times a day. She did very unique content, the get ready with me, the chatty. She started a whole new different concept. She really pioneered that movement. And then she was also always introducing these side characters and her friends. And it was like a whole show. She really let people into her life in a way that a lot of the other very famous influencers never did.
Yeah.
So it's really easy to assume that someone had it really easy.
Yeah.
And when you see the final, especially not just the final result of a video, when you see the point someone reached and the fame and the money and all that, you don't realize that, oh, there's years and years of effort and trial and error before.
I think both you and I get a lot of comments now, oh, she has it all easy. It's because she's pretty or because she's just a girl online,
Yeah, to be completely honest with you, I took a step away from social media for a while.
Okay.
For personal reasons. And that break did me good, but now I'm ready to get more back into it properly the way I was doing it in the beginning. Social media is looks like the easiest job in the world. But honestly, you know, and when I see these big influencers complaining, and like, I'm like, cry me a river. Honestly, like I get a little bit annoyed.
Yeah.
But I know how hard it is. And you need to be in touch with reality and understand that there's, honestly, it's first world problems. But at the end of the day, you really expose a part of yourself.
Yeah.
And you really make yourself vulnerable.
Very vulnerable.
And it's
Both
a big burden.
It is, because it's also both on social media and in real life.
Yeah.
It's not like you can anymore hide behind, you know, social media.
Yeah.
People see you in real life and you have to deal with it.
How do you deal with it? And people come up to you and tell you you're the pandofla girl.
Yeah, that's, you know, okay, listen, I'm not gonna, you know, pretend like it's extremely hard. And I mean, there is days, of course, when I find it a bit overwhelming, but overall, I'm personally grateful for it. I mean, at the end of the day, I know that exposing a part of yourself online, and I'm a very authentic person online.
And you're very open.
Very open. Like, at least everyone I've met, they tell me that I'm the same online as I'm in real life. And I do believe it's true, because realistically speaking, that's the reason for my own channel. I want to be the authentic vlogger. I want to tell the truth about myself, about others, about places. I don't like creating this, you know, fakeness. That's not me.
Question. Have you ever been asked to collaborate with a place and hated it?
Yes, I did.
Did you honestly post about it?
I did. I actually did.
Really?
Yes. Okay, look. There is always a way around honesty. I'm not going to say, if it was a collab that we agreed on and is, let's say, paid, there is times when I go into a place and I don't know what to expect.
Okay.
But because you already have this whole commitment and everything, you cannot quit. There has been times when it was so absolutely terrible and horrible that I said, you know what, guys, like, have your money back. Like, I don't want to associate with
it. Bravo.
I have done
That's very rare.
It is. I have done that. And also there is many times, I mean, I have plenty of emails that I just straight up tell guys, I don't think we're going to be a match. It doesn't go according to my lifestyle. It doesn't go according to my beliefs. I'd rather not have a collab with you. I'm being honest about it.
I do that as well. And it's very rare.
Yeah.
And it's also very difficult to do, because at the end of the day, it's your income.
It's my income. At this point, it is my income. And it's hard to say, you know what? No, I'm not going to accept the income. But
it's harder to say yes.
It is. But I value so much more my audience and the loyalty of the people that watch me and trust me. I cannot betray that. Because if I betray that, I betray myself. That's the reason I started. But yeah, answering your question, that happened only a few times though, but I've never been talking about these places as the best.
Okay.
I just say, yeah, could be your thing. You might give it a try.
Okay,
if you like it, you like it.
And honestly, someone else might like it.
That's the thing, because it's so subjective. It's so subjective. I mean, also there is places that I posted that I personally absolutely love, but people say,
yeah,
it's normal. Everyone has different opinions and taste. It's okay. And online, this is why I give this platform. We are here to discuss it. Let's talk. Let's be constructive about it. Let's discuss what we like and we don't like without crazy hate comments. I'm like constructively.
Speaking of hate comments, do you get any?
Oh yeah. Recently, more and more. But I laugh at them. I don't know. I find it funny.
What kind of hate do you get?
Oh, everything. I mean, it can be directly related about my content, or related to my looks, or my fashion choice. Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I've been getting actually hate comments in real life as well.
No.
I did. There was one woman that I still remember it because
you know, when they hide behind the screen, it's like we're used to it.
That's right.
But in face to face, you know what? At least I respect her guts.
No, truly, I did as well. I was so shocked when she told me what she told me. I'll tell you in a second. I was just staring at her and I was like, oh, wow. I mean, you were sitting and thinking about that for such a time to approach me.
Oh my God, she must be miserable.
Right? She commented about my weight, by the way.
What did she say?
Well, it was a kind of weird compliment / hate. She said, it's one of those. She said, I look skinnier in real life. First of all, why does my weight bother you online and offline? How is this anything related to my content and what I do? But for me, the funniest thing is not even this. It's like you had to sit offline and in real life and really think about my weight. It bothered you so much that you had to come up to me in real life and comment about my weight.
The audacity.
The audacity. But okay, perhaps, look, I don't judge people on the hate they throw, because most of the time that people throw hate, again, both online and offline, it has to do a lot with their own insecurities and their own thinking. Most of the time, if they comment about the weight, they are dealing with some thoughts about their own weight.
100%.
If it's about your looks, they're not allowing themselves to, let's say, look bad or good, So I noticed I learned not to take it personally, because I know that when they go back home, they think about it themselves.
It is easier said than done, though.
Yeah. No,
because at the end of the day, you can apply your logic and understand that, okay, personally, I've never left even anything close to a hate comment on anyone's video.
Me neither.
Never. No. Not even a negative comment. I may think something negative and I'm like, whatever, let them live their lives. I don't like a video. Mark it that I didn't like it so it doesn't show similar content. That's the end of the story for me.
I don't have time for it either. I mean...
So and I don't care.
Yeah, like how much do you have to care to actually be so miserable and sit down and write it?
Having said that though, sometimes I really enjoy TikTok comment sections.
Oh yeah, no. Oh, guilty pleasure.
Like sometimes I see a video that I think of something mean in my head and I'm like,
comment and immediately, right?
It is hilarious.
Well, the whole TikTok honestly is built on negativity.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's what.
But it's not just TikTok, it's social media too.
In general.
I recently got an Instagram comment from a dude. Most of my hate is from men, by the way.
Oh, okay. Mine mixed. Yeah. What?
Most of my...
They're jealous.
Most of my hate is from really angry men. I love you guys, but like, you're so sad. So this guy commented on my video that I posted recently on my Instagram and he was like... yeah, nice body, but it would be nicer if you gained 4 or 5 kilos.
Excuse me?
So,
and then you look up in their Instagram page and it's like
a disaster. But I looked at the comment and I usually just ignore them or mute them or whatever, or leave them there. Mm-hmm. But from time to time, I love responding.
Yeah.
And putting people in their place.
I do that as well.
You felt the comfort to comment on my video about my weight? I'll respond.
Of course.
So I responded to him and I was like, because he said you would look even nicer. I was like, and he said, agapi mo, my love.
Agapi mo.
So I quoted him and I said, agapi mo in quotations. Even if I lose 4 to 5 kilos, I will still be beautiful because how beautiful I am is not correlated to my weight.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. And he deleted his comment.
Oh my God. Of course he did.
And I get these comments on TikTok as well about my weight, about my looks. Men saying that I'm apomeni and annoying and this and that. And honestly, especially if I make a video discussing anything to do with like men or dating or whatever, that's when I get the most hate, which I don't understand.
It triggers.
I'm starting a conversation. I'm not saying, I've never said all men are bad or men are horrible or dating. And honestly, a big part of the issue with dating nowadays comes from women as well. Yeah. And I say that.
Honest. That's true. I agree with you. Yeah.
So I'm not saying anything crazy or anything
but
rude.
It's a kind of conversation that triggers people. So triggered. Yeah, indeed.
And I think the truth triggers people very often.
It does. But that is exactly why these topics have to be raised.
Yeah.
Right?
So how do you feel about dating in Cyprus, especially as a foreigner?
Okay. Oh, I think both you and I have a lot to say about this topic, right? As expats, as foreign. Oh, exactly. It's rough out there.
Honestly, it's not just dating in Cyprus. It's just dating in this day and age.
Yeah. Yeah, well, okay. Let's start with Cyprus. I'll tell you my honest opinion. Brutally honest.
I'm scared.
I don't know if you will agree with me, actually. I think, I'm going to try to phrase it just so that I don't completely trigger anyone. I know people will get triggered anyways.
Oh, babes, I've
It's
learned the
fine.
hard way
Yeah.
that no matter what you say and no matter how you say it, people are going to
It's
get
an opinion.
triggered.
It's an
These are
opinion.
our opinions. Two girls talking. If you like it, like it. If you don't like it, don't like it. Some people agree. Some people will
That's
disagree.
right. That's right.
And it's based on our experience.
Yes, that's so. Saying that, disclaimer, it's an opinion and it's based on our experience. So in my experience, I think dating in Cyprus is more progressive compared to other European countries. Not all of
Okay.
them. Not all of them.
In what way?
Let's say I want to start from the positive side. I want to clap because at least here, again, based on my experience, at least when men invite you to date here, you don't split the bill. You don't have the 50-50.
But that's not progressive.
Well, it's not progressive, but
It's
again,
what we prefer, but
what-
it's not progressive.
For me, listen, for me, it's the norm. Okay, that's
But it's not progressive. It's more traditional.
traditional. But let's say if you go, for example, like I'm from Spain, yeah? Ooh, it's rough. For a coffee date, they're gonna count coins. You owe me 50 cents. I owe you 3 cents. That's not sexy. Can we say the word sexy?
Yeah, of course.
That's not sexy. That's not attractive. I don't like that.
Honestly, I know people are going to be triggered and people are going to be angry. It's not about the money.
Oh, it's not.
You don't have to
of
take
course
me
not.
to a Michelin star restaurant or
No.
a fancy restaurant. Let's say you go for a coffee.
Yeah.
It's the gesture.
It's the gesture.
And
also, how I view it for the dates and paying, the one who invites is the one that offers to
Yeah.
get the bill.
But having said that, I'm never going to invite a guy for a date first.
That is another topic. Exactly.
I'm sorry,
I don't
but
like that either.
Okay,
I don't.
as a
It
woman-
doesn't feel nice to me.
as a traditional woman, because, okay, I'm not that, I have certain traditional beliefs. Let's put it that way. I do not want to date a man in the long run that I need to invite for dinner and that I need to invite for coffee and that I need to approach. I've touched on this in other episodes. If I need to approach you, you do not have the values I'm looking for.
Yeah,
You do not have the confidence I'm looking for.
It's the confidence. I think that's what it is. I think we're really
But it's
similar
also
with how
the
we view that.
values.
It is.
I mean, I don't know.
I like
look,
traditional dating.
yeah, and
I do.
I like to date a guy that when we're walking together, he'll walk on the outside of the road.
Yes.
These little things.
Gentleman things.
I like a guy who will open a door for me.
Yeah.
I like these things. So if that's what I like,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't mean that's the right way all men need to be. And it doesn't mean that all women need to look for this. It is what I like.
Yeah.
And you like.
Exactly.
So if I'm looking for that, how am I going to go on a date with someone who I need to approach first?
no.
I'm not saying it's wrong. It's just
No.
not for me.
Yes. That's again, it's our experience and it's our preference. And I totally agree with that. That's what I'm saying. I think proportionally in Cyprus, it is easier to find than, again, I'm comparing with Spain than in Spain.
Okay.
So that's a thing that I really cherish. I celebrate that. But dating life in general in Cyprus, it's complicated, isn't it? First of all, we are a small island.
Very few options.
Very few options and everyone knows each other. I like to keep a little mystery. I like the juice. It's hard in Cyprus for that.
Also, it's really hard to find someone that is not your friend's cousin or hasn't dated your
Yeah,
friends or hasn't
yeah.
dated a girl of a girl that you know. And then it's like
It's always
one
something.
big bed, man.
It is.
It's a disaster.
I don't like that either.
So it gets messy.
It does. It really does. Unfortunately. So that's the thing about Cyprus. It's complicated.
My biggest issue with some of the men here, with generally men of our generation, is I don't like a mama's boy.
Who likes them?
I love a man who respects his mother.
Yeah.
But if you take your laundry to your mom for her to wash for you, and you go take a bowl of food every day for lunch from your mom, and you're a man in your 30s, and that is your lifestyle,
Miserable.
I cannot.
No. Also, also these men they are the ones that always have the audacity to say that you owe them to do that. You have to be the same.
Yeah.
Hello?
But what are you doing for me?
Yeah. Hello?
Where's the balance?
I mean, how do they call it? Something incompetence?
Yeah.
Victimized incompetence? Something like that.
Okay.
Anyways, never mind. Again, saying that laundry, meals, it's not attractive. I'm not going to view you as the man. I'm not going to view you as responsible, as confident, as charming. Your mom is washing your socks.
And folding your underwear.
And folding your underwear.
It is not hot.
It's not hot. I'm sorry. If you think that's hot, good luck. But
I mean, is she also telling you a bedtime story every night before you go to bed? What is this?
No, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you're already 16, 17. You're 35. What are you doing? It's the reality.
It is really bad. And beyond that, I think from both sides, from men and women. Now, let's not just blame the men. I think women kind of tolerate too much.
That's a big problem as well.
Because I don't know, I saw someone say that for a man to give you 100%, he needs to be obsessed with you.
Yeah.
A woman, even if she doesn't love you as much, will give you 100%. Women are naturally more giving and more tolerating.
Yeah.
And I think a huge issue is that they have been tolerating so much for all these years, and
it became the norm.
They know they get away with it. So why make that extra effort?
And they do. That's unfortunately very sad. And another thing, who raises these men? Women.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the generations have been raising the mama boys.
Yeah, it's true. And I think social media has really utterly and completely demolished any sense of loyalty and mystery. And I mean, if you think about it, nowadays, a 12-year-old boy has seen with very easy access more naked women than a king and a pharaoh and a politician back in the day.
I find it horrible, by the way.
It is horrific. And at the end of the day, I think both men and women, they look for that rush and that excitement and then that easy replacement. And people don't have that, let's stick together through thicker and thinner. People don't have these attitudes anymore.
In general, I think, okay, I'm going to go into the whole economy thing. I think it's capitalism in general. There's always the idea that there is something better out there. Yeah. And it's very sad that it moved to relationships, to human relationships.
It's very true.
And that's, for example, dating apps. That's how they work. There's always better. Oh my God. We need to talk about this. What do you think about dating apps?
I know people who have had success stories. I mean, even Olivia, she has a Tinder love story.
Yeah.
I personally think that's really rare. And you need to weed out a lot of bad weed in order to get to that potential. And just to me, it's just so unattractive to meet someone online, virtually. I don't get a sense of your energy. I don't get a sense of who you are. I can't be bothered to go through that process of getting to know all these different people in order to reach that level of choosing who I want to get to know better. This roster concept that everyone has where you date 5 people and then you go every night. I can't do that. And I feel it's not for me.
No, not at all. You know, I don't like the idea of dating. Okay, dating apps, I understand there is certain people that it works for them. There is certain love success stories. I get that. For me, I don't like the idea of seeing men as if it's a catalog. What is this?
Yeah.
What is this? That's weird.
It is weird.
It doesn't feel natural to me. I would so much rather meet a really charming person organically in real life. Approach me. Talk to me. Take that risk. Introduce yourself.
100%.
Because another thing of dating apps, which again, I think you will agree with me, what it does, it eliminates the mystery and the chase out of the relationship.
Yeah, it does.
Because boom, you already matched. Like we kind of know that we are potentially attracted to. I like that little, tingling sensation that, does he like me? Does he not? How are we gonna like meet, see each other? And in dating apps, it's like, I like you, you like me.
And to be honest, I don't know if I like someone just based on their physical appearance. I'm very much not like that.
No, me neither. That's a big thing. Even though, yes, you do put details and whatever it is about your burger, it's not enough. Yeah,
and maybe your mom wrote your details for you while she was washing her socks.
Oh my God. Probably, yeah. Honestly, probably, yeah.
Realistically speaking, you don't even know. I mean, it's a very curated profile. Whereas when someone comes up to you and talks to you, it's what they thought of in that moment. Mm-hmm. It's very natural. I know that's you because that's what you're presenting to me. Whereas when it's an online thing and it's curated and you thought about it and you had some trial and error and no. I don't know. It's just less honest to me.
Indeed.
And it's less, I don't know.
Have you ever gone on a date from dating
I've never been on a dating app. I refuse.
Okay.
I did install Tinder once and it was a scandal. Because everyone thought I was on Tinder.
Okay.
Because I had to make it look like a legit profile. Because people have used my photos on Tinder before for fake profiles and stuff like that.
Yeah. So that happened to me as well, actually, here in Cyprus. Seriously.
That is disturbing.
It is really disturbing.
And it's scary, especially with these deep AIs now. It's very scary.
Oh, that's another layer to that. Crazy.
But that's a whole other story.
Indeed.
So I wanted to make a TikTok video. Mm-hmm. One of those TikTok videos where you chat with people on Tinder and you make fun and you put screenshots of the pickup lines you receive.
Yeah.
So I really wanted to do that video, obviously not showing anyone's names. So I had to make a legitimate Tinder profile. I made it for an hour as a joke, connected it to my Instagram so it looks legitimate. Oh my God. I got like 100 messages on Instagram that there's a fake in Tinder profile of me. Another 100 messages of like, why are you on Tinder? This, that. It's a very small society.
Of course.
So that was a bit of a scandal.
I can imagine.
And I was, swiping to see who I can match with so I can get some pickup lines so I can make a funny video. And then I was really coming across people I know, and it was really uncomfortable. And it was just, I did it for a joke.
Yeah.
Not a joke, for content. Mm-hmm. And I felt so uncomfortable.
I bet.
And I felt mortified, and it was just a horrible experience for me, and it was a joke.
Imagine taking it seriously.
So I could never take it seriously. And honestly, I don't even like it when guys text me on Instagram to start something. Especially when they've seen me somewhere and then they text me the next day, like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just approach me in real life. Talk to me. Exactly. You had the chance.
It is. Like puke. It's an instant no.
Yeah.
Or like when they text me while they're at the spot.
Even
worse. Is that you here? No, it's your mom.
Let me fold your
socks. Do you want me to fold your socks for you? Like, what the heck? It's ridiculous.
It is.
You saw me, you like me, you went through the effort of finding me on social media and text me on social media. Is it that much harder to come up to me and speak to me?
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's tacky.
It's tacky. It's really tacky. Yeah, I've downloaded, I've been on the dating app before, but it never felt natural to me. I did it for the research purposes. I want to know what it is about, how it feels like. It doesn't feel nice. I've never went on a single date. Never. From the dating apps. It's so weird. I don't like that. And I totally understand what you mean. It feels like a jungle of hungry, nasty animals.
Also, to be completely honest with you, people make a very valid assumption when you're on a dating app because we have a very intense hookup culture.
Oh no. I think that is the main reason for not a really successful dating life, modern in general.
So with the huge hookup culture of our generation, everything is just so superficial. Finding something new and then the next new thing and then the next new thing and then the next new thing. And it's just everything is so open and casual. And that's just really not for me.
No, not for me either.
I'm not into that vibe. I don't even like going on dates with new people.
Oh, yeah.
Like it really takes a lot for me to go out on a date
I
with
have to be
someone new.
really interested and really see you potentially as somebody that I could imagine building some kind of relationships for me to agree to go on a date with you.
Yeah, so it's really difficult and I just don't see the point. I don't have that time. I don't have that energy.
I don't understand how people do that.
And honestly, when you go on a date with someone or when you start something with someone, you give a part of yourself. You share a part of yourself, and it's if you just keep doing that with a million different people, you have nothing left to give.
Exactly.
And I don't know. And also receiving so much information from so many different people. It's just overwhelming.
Indeed. Yeah, hookup culture, also not for me. I understand people have their needs and people want validation, and it's understandable. But from either of the sides, I don't find it attractive.
Yeah.
Neither from men, neither from women's side. It's your choice. You can do whatever. I'm not telling you not to, but...
So what's the nicest date you've been on?
Oh. Here in Cyprus? Or everywhere? Anywhere?
Anywhere.
Let me think.
I actually have the same problem as you. As I freeze. And the reason I freeze is because at the end of the day, we all love it when someone does something unique and something nice. But the ones that stand out, they stand out because you really like the person.
I think
not because of what the experience was.
Probably. That's what I'm thinking about. Because I do remember really amazing dates because of the person that stood out for me. Not the actual... Like the actual date was nice because the person was nice, you know?
But having said that, I think all my successful dates have been dates that start as a date. And then we're having such a good time. It's those extended dates that just go on for hours and hours and hours and hours.
These are the best.
And you start doing one thing and then you're like, oh, but let's do this. Or let's go for a walk. Or let's go for a coffee. Or let's grab something extra to buy. And it just keeps going. Those are my favorite.
These are amazing. These are lovely. But
you also have to have a free slot. We're busy girlies.
Crazy.
So
no, honestly, it's a little bit embarrassing, but like I've been invited to dates recently, and then you have to say like, oh yeah, I'm available like next Wednesday of the next month. It's the reality.
I've been having this with my friends as well lately, and every time we're like struggling to make plans and we're like on this date and we have to say the date, I'm like, man, adulting sucks.
It does. It really does.
It's exhausting.
And having said that, again, speaking of the value of the men, that's exactly what is the reason for us to be selective.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm not going to waste my time for some mediocrity.
I mean, we have a very fresh friendship.
Yeah.
But we clicked.
A lot. We clicked through that topic a lot, I think, actually.
Not just that topic, in general.
In general, yeah.
I mean, you're a Taurus. Of course I clicked with you. I have a type. And my friends and my boyfriend, it's like
everyone.
As soon as I meet a person and I like them, I'm like, oh, they must be a Taurus. So I ask them and they're like, yeah, I'm a Taurus. I'm like, fuck.
Do you believe in compatibility, zodiac related, in relationships?
I find astrology really interesting. I wouldn't say I'm going to base my life choices around it.
Yeah.
I mean, if I go out with a Scorpio, I'll not have a second date. I won't go out with a Scorpio or a Leo.
To begin with. Leos, guys.
So Leo and Scorpio men, Also Pisces, a little bit toxic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, very.
So as you can see, I do make some general assumptions, which is not very nice. But I won't base my life around it, and I won't go into crazy depth about it. But when I do want to go on a first date with a guy, I do make him call his mom and find out what time he was born so I can find his birth chart.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Oh, God.
It's
How did they
hilarious. They love it.
Really?
Because you start telling them stuff about themselves, and you're like, oh, but your Venus is here, and that shows your romance life, and your moon rules your emotions, and this is your moon. And
also, I think it's a bit of a test, because the way how men react when we bring out this conversation, you can tell if he's actually interested in you or he is just like a weirdo. Yeah. Because the moment they're, I don't believe in this.
But also, if he knows too much about horoscope, that's a red flag.
Who told you?
Yeah. He's been on a lot of dates with a lot of crazy women. So yeah, if he knows too much, it's also a red flag. But I just find it interesting. And especially, I don't believe in like, you're a Taurus, I'm an Aquarius. We make all these assumptions. But birth charts are very interesting. When you see all the placements of someone, you really, like, I don't know, it's a very interesting way to get to know someone, to discuss their birth chart, they can tell you what they do believe, what they don't believe. And then it's a really easy way to get to know someone. And honestly, in my personal experience, it's been very accurate.
Oh, okay.
Like, if you look at a full, extensive, accurate birth chart, it has been on point.
So maybe it is legit.
So I find it very interesting. I don't think you should base your life around it and be obsessed with zodiacs, but I don't think being obsessed with anything in life is healthy.
No.
But I think it's like a fun little topic, and it's
silly.
I like to crack jokes, and it's like a fun little thing to do. And sometimes a while ago, I went out with a group of friends, and they were older, and something about horoscopes came up, and then they started asking me to start doing everyone's birth chart. So I was going around the whole table doing everyone's birth chart. I think it's just such a nice, fun, social little activity.
Yeah, it is.
And you take everything with a pinch of salt, and it's cute.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I'm really similar with you on that opinion.
Yeah. But I think we're in general very easygoing, and we can just sit and chat about anything. And we do have very strong opinions and attitudes, but we're open to hear other people out. It's just that we're strict when it comes to what we want for us.
And that's why we always, both of us, say, that's my opinion. That's my position. You are free to say and think whatever you want.
100%.
I'm just saying mine.
Yeah. And I'm not the kind of girl that's, I mean, we all judge a little bit. It's in human nature, but I'm really the girl that tries not to judge, not to say this is right, this is wrong. I don't believe if we're talking in normal standards, we're not talking about anything extreme. I just don't think there's one right or wrong path in life. It's just about what you want, what works for you, what you like.
Exactly.
So I'm really trying to get to know what I like and what I want. And in some aspects, I really know what I want. So I'm really firm about that. And so are you, I think.
Yeah, totally.
And I think it's really important to know your boundaries, to know your priorities, to know what works for you, what doesn't work for you. Because at the end of the day, if you don't know you, you're not ready for that person.
Yeah. Actually, it's speaking of dating again, that's the first thing. You have to understand who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what are your boundaries. Once you know that, you are more complete and you can be selective with who is going to be a good match for you, who's not.
And it extends to friendships and family relationships as well.
Every kind of
all aspects of life, even work relationships, everything. It really affects everything. So I think you do need to do a lot of solo work on yourself.
Totally.
In order to be able to. And honestly, like, one of the factors I think we both look for is, since I'm doing the solo work, I want someone that's a ready product.
Yeah.
I want someone who has done solo work.
I don't want to educate you and tell you how to live and what to do and what not to do.
I don't want to mother you.
Again. I don't want to mother you. I want equally ready partners.
Yeah.
That knows who they are.
And as humans, we're never fully ready. But I want to know that we're on the same page. We've done the work. We know what our traumas are, what our issues are, we know what we want, what we need. We know ourselves. We know what our love languages are. We know how to handle our anger and our jealousy and our feelings. And you're in touch with your feelings.
In touch, yeah.
So I just want to know that you're a person who has done the work. And obviously, there's no one perfect, and we will keep working together and growing together. That's the goal in life. But I need to know that we're, equals.
Indeed. Yes.
And it's very hard to find.
Yeah. And that's a big problem. I don't know. It gets me a bit sad sometimes when I think about it. It's hard to find people. But that's, again,
and we're hopeless romantics as well.
We are super hopeless romantics. Super hopeless romantics.
And we're hopeless romantics that are hopeless.
That's the best. Honestly, that's so perfectly said. Indeed, we are.
It's really difficult because, that you.
But look, also, to be completely honest, we kind of say it from the perspective of men, but the reality is there's also very little women out there that take the time to educate themselves, to become interesting, to set their boundaries. Proportionally, there's equally as
it's true.
as less of a woman. So it's a struggle for both parts in a way.
It is. It's really difficult. And with social media and with this hookup culture and with all of this and with everyone is so easily replaceable. And I think a lot of people get stuck in this cycle of the excitement and the honeymoon phase and meeting someone new. And then when that fades, you're like, okay, next.
Yeah.
And you get stuck in that cycle of excitement with new people. No. And you just never get to that stage of like, building foundations and building deeper connections and building a life together. And I think our generations and the younger generations, they just give up so easy.
Yeah.
As soon as the first problem happens, gone. Oh no, but I have other options.
Exactly.
And you move on. And this goes for men and women, but more for men because women give up harder.
True. That's true. I think in general, love is a choice.
It is.
It is.
It is. And at the end of the day,
it's a question of commitment. It's a question of accepting that, okay, I will compromise in certain areas because I respect you as my partner and I'm ready to, work or do something within. It doesn't mean that love is hard and love shouldn't be hard. Love shouldn't be like a crazy, like, I'm working so hard. No, but it's a choice. It's a choice because there will be moments and days when you feel a bit, but that is, again, it's not only love, it's relationships in general. When you meet a friend, you take the time to get to know them, to build some lore together.
Yeah. And you're never going to be the same person and you're never going to have the same attitudes for everything and you're never going to agree over everything. But as long as you have that foundation and as long as you put in the work to build that foundation.
Correct.
And you know that, we have the same goals, we have the same morals, we have the same values, we have that chemistry. Maybe the excitement will fade, but the chemistry doesn't fade. We have that chemistry, we have that connection, we build a deeper connection, a mental and emotional one. Beyond the physical, because the physical
phase. Look, physical attraction is important. Without it, you cannot be, in my opinion, in relationships. You have to be like having this, a bit of an animal instinct.
Yeah, but the physical attraction comes.
Yeah. Well, I think you have to have the spark in the beginning.
100%. But I'm just saying that I'm not necessarily physically attracted to certain features. I don't have a type.
No, me neither. But it's a question of hormones. It's a question of pheromones.
Of course.
It's question,
there has to be that physical attraction. But without it, what's the point?
Without it, exactly. But shouldn't be the only thing that keeps your relationships together.
The difference with us women is that, for example, physical attraction for us will also come from how well he takes care of himself, how he walks, how he moves, his laugh, his charm, his confidence, all of that builds our physical attraction. Our physical attraction doesn't stem just from the physical appearance.
No.
So that's what I meant. That for us, it's a little bit different.
It is.
Whereas guys, they're like, I like blondes. I like big boobs. No, I like big butts.
Yeah.
So guys are a little bit more like that.
Also, speaking of which, I don't know if you want to talk about it. If not, we can absolutely skip it. But why is it acceptable for men to say, I like big boobs, or I'm attracted because she's a blonde or whatever, but it's not acceptable for us to, let's say, I like the fact that he is, how let me put it?
Oh, you're trying to be politically correct? I know what you're going to say.
You know what I'm going to say. Why can I not be attracted to the fact that you are successful and you are financially really stable and well off?
At the end of the day,
that's a huge trigger topic for many people. But why is it acceptable? It is. But why is it acceptable for men to say that about women, but not vice versa?
I don't know. And it really bothers me. And
because
for
me, it's not the financial thing. No. It's the fact that you can hold yourself as a man. You're a macho. That's confidence. that gives you the status. Of course, I'm like, how am I not going to be attracted to somebody that is cool and knows who he is? That's hot.
To be honest, with success, I mean, I think the reason it's very misunderstood with this whole sprinkle movement and the whole, I don't know, the beneficial aspect of dating, which is not very nice.
No.
I think it's very misunderstood why women are drawn towards successful men. And I'm not going to say wealthy men. I'm going to say successful men. It is because as a woman, biologically speaking, your DNA pulls you towards someone who can take care of you.
Obviously.
So men like to be taken men look for appearance-wise someone that will birth them healthy children and someone that will nurture them and take care of them. Yeah. By nature.
That's basic biology.
And by nature, women look for the guy who will bring food to the table, build a home. Take care of
the family.
Which building a home nowadays and putting food on the table,
it's the context of modern life.
Yes.
That in this context, that's what I find appealing.
Yes. And I think beyond the biology, what we find attractive with successful men is the drive and the ambition. And
for me, it's ambition.
Knowing what's happening in your life and the decisiveness and the confidence that comes, because a lot of positive traits, personality traits, come with success.
Yeah.
And also when someone is successful, it says a lot about their determination.
Obviously, you have to
dedication.
Have a lot of beautiful characteristics, qualities, character, stamina in order to achieve that level. That is the attractive thing. Because a random dude that is having his socks folded by his mom, no.
And having
you're not gonna
coffee in the cafeño every day, all day.
I'm sorry, if you cannot do your socks yourself, you're not going to be running a business. How do you imagine this?
And
or
honestly,
hire,
and honestly, you don't have to run a business to be successful, but you need to have that ambition and that drive to be attractive.
Responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a very double standard that men can say certain things and we can't.
That's true. Sad.
And to be completely honest with you, I mean, the first thing men will say about women is that, oh, she's shallow and oh, she's this and that. But at the end of the day, why are you approaching me?
Yeah.
You don't even know me. Why are you approaching me? For my looks. So,
yeah.
How is that different? How are you not shallow? So it's very
That's
strange.
What I'm saying. It's very double standard.
It's very big double standard. And at the end of the day, you know what? Sometimes I think women are hesitant and scared to express that they're looking for a guy with these qualities because they get judged.
They get judged. That's why.
But I'm so happy to see you speak so comfortably about it.
I always speak about it comfortably because for me, it's a question of confidence. Why should I agree for something less when I'm already myself?
And at the end of the day, I'm sorry. I work so hard.
Yeah.
I maintain myself. I take care of myself. I do everything for myself. If you can at least offer the same and do the same for yourself, what am I going to do with you?
Exactly. Also, the whole question of she's so high maintenance. Honey, I'm the one maintaining it. Like, I'm the one maintaining.
Yeah, so what's your problem?
Yeah, what's the problem with that? I take my own finances, my own time, my own effort.
Yes.
In myself.
Yeah.
It's my choice. So don't judge me on that. If you can't, I'm not asking you to support it. It's okay, honey, relax.
And at the end of the day, I think a nice kind of way to wrap this little topic is we're all looking for someone to complement us and complement our lives in our friendships, in our relationships, in everything. At the end of the day, we just want a beautiful addition. I don't want you to make my life harder. I don't need you to fix my life. My life is set.
Correct.
I just need you to beautify it, to add on to it, to build with it.
We are hopeless romantics. We believe in love.
I just want to kiss in the rain.
Honestly. I don't want this whole benefits. What am I getting? What are you getting? I don't
like how transactional relationships have become.
Relationships.
No. That is gross.
I want to be with someone that I'm comfortable with, that my heart is at peace with, and I know we complement each other, and I know we grow together. That's so simple and so basic.
I have a proposition for you.
Tell me.
Let's bring you on in a couple of months to give us an update.
I love that, honestly. Honestly, yes, let's do that.
It was a very...
I'm now like, I'm getting, how do you say, driven. I want to make it. So I have an update.
I hope next time we meet on the podcast, because I'm going to be seeing you plenty, but I hope next time we meet, you have found that romance in your life and that passion in your life with someone very special.
Fingers crossed, please. If you're seeing this episode and you like me, don't hesitate to approach me for a date.
But try to find her somewhere in person.
In real life, because
don't DM her.
I'm not going to reply.
I love that.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being on the episode.
I love talking about this. Thank you.
Yes, it's been really fun. It's really refreshing to see a woman speak her mind so freely and so honestly. I love that.
Always. Truth and authenticity. That's important.
And did Margaret approve of this episode?
Margaret really approved this episode. I loved it.
That's great. So that was it for this week's episode. You can find Margaret on rita.orlova.
Instagram rita.orlova or TikTok orlova.rita.
There you go. So we're going to tag her everywhere. And the podcast, you can listen anywhere where you listen to your podcast. And
everywhere. Well, we will be back everywhere.
Yeah. We will be back next week. Next week, I'm going to be with Olivia. But, I think you guys are liking the guests. You asked for the guests. You asked and you received. So let us know what you think and let us know how your dating life is going.
Yeah, I want to know. Let's do some research.
Let's do some market research. Are you all struggling like us? So, see you next week. Well, not you.
Not me. Well, maybe in real life. But
yeah.
Episode.
Bye.
Bye-bye.